In this video, I'm going to show you guys 7 secret Google AI tools that are 100% free. We're going to go through each tool one by one, and I'm going to show you guys how you can use each one. And remember, this is 100% free, so you're going to be able to follow along throughout the entire video. Also, make sure to stay till the end to see my favorite tool. Let's get straight into the first tool. So the first tool is going to be called Google Opal. All you got to do is go to opal.google and you'll get to this page right here. It's also completely free, so make sure you sign in and you'll see the exact same page as this. On this page, you'll be able to build, edit, and share many AI apps using natural language. So let me show you guys a bit how this works. We're going to click on Create New here, and then here we can describe what kind of mini app we want to create. So for example, if I put in the prompt right here, create me a meal planner that takes in the number of people and number of meals. And then we're just going to click generate right here, and it's going to build us a mini app, and you're going to see each node and how it created it. And just like that, now you can see all the nodes it created here. You can see it takes in an input right here, number of people. It takes in another input right here called number of meals, and then it generates the meal plan and renders it. And you don't have to worry about all these nodes because it actually creates it for you with plain English. All you got to do is put the prompt, and just like that, it'll create you the whole thing. For example, if you do want to manually add more nodes, you can just up here click the nodes, and let's say we could have another user input. And then, for example, we could put something like meal restrictions to add an extra input. And just like that, it added another input for meal restrictions. Then on the right here, you can see the theme, you can see the step, you can see the console and the preview. The preview right here is the mini app that we just built. Another pretty cool thing is that you can share the app with people and you can put it out publicly. So let me show you guys how the app works. So if I click start here on the meal planner, it's going to say enter the number of people. So let's say we have 3 people. Enter the number of meals. Let's do 5 meals. And then specify any dietary restrictions. Let's say vegan. Then I'm just going to send that off, and it's going to start running, and you can see right here it's sending all the info and it's running through this node right now. And just like that, it created a customized vegan meal plan for 3 people and 5 meals. And you can see right there it has all the meals, the recipes, ingredients, and instructions. And just like that, we have our weekly meal plan. Super simple, super quick, all made in plain English. You can reuse this app and you can publish it. Not a lot of people know about this, so I'd take advantage of it. So let's get on to the next tool. So the next one is called Google AI Studio, and I already made a couple of videos on this tool. You guys can go watch those for something more in depth, but here I'm just gonna go over it lightly. We have this build mode over here. You can vibe code any app with this. It's pretty cool. For this example, I'm just gonna create a quick website for a potential client. Let's say my client was a plumber. Please create me a professional website for my client. My client is a plumber. Make it look very nice and add some animations and cool buttons with some nice colors. So here you can see on the left is where you can write the prompts to make changes, add new features, or even ask any questions about the website or features that it's creating. Obviously here we have some backend code, so it's actually coding for you. It's super cool. You can see the preview. So here, once it's done, you'll be able to see the website. And then here it's kind of giving you its thought process. You can open this up to see exactly what it's thinking and how it's thinking. So you could even read through that if you're a little nerd like me. All right, and just like that, it finished creating my website. Let's take a little look. And you guys saw the prompt. It was super basic. I didn't give it many instructions. So imagine with that super simple prompt, it created this website. You can make easy changes with just prompting it, and it'll make all those changes for you. But as you can see, very clean. It's even animated. Just like that, with one line of plain English, you're able to create a website like this. You can then send it to your client to show them an example of the website you can do for them. A lot of times these local businesses have really bad websites. So just creating a quick website like this and showing them is already going to show them that you're quite serious and gonna entice them to come work with you. Also, you're able to share the app, deploy the app, save to GitHub. You have way more options here on how to export what you have built. So the next one is actually called NotebookLM, and over here it's a really good tool to create research with a good database of information. So for example, we have some featured notebooks here, and you can see that they have sources. So if I wanted to look into how can scientists know what's in your genome, you can see that it has a bunch of sources right here. So let's just try one of the pre-made questions here. How does sequencing technology such as nanopore and hi-fi influence variant calling performance across different genomic regions? And let's click that. It's going to look through all the data and give us a specific answer based on the data that it has. And just like that, it gave us a super detailed answer right here that you can read through and it will answer your question. Also made a notebook here called Hidden Strategies for YouTube Views Growth. And I just added 3 YouTube videos about how to grow your YouTube channel. And then I can talk to it. So for example, if I ask, what are the best strategies to get to 10K subs? And you can add unlimited videos here, so it has a crazy database. So instead of watching 100 videos on a topic, you can just copy and paste the URLs and just chat with all that information. And boom, just like that, it answered my question and even giving me all the reference points that it got from the videos. So if we look through it real quick, number 1, shift focus from subscriptions to views and bingeability, be intentional, use specific calls to action, optimize and salvage video content, and it has some really good info. And I feel like this works way better than just using ChatGPT because that's too general. Like this, you're able to deep dive into certain resources and topics so that you can learn much quicker. Another really cool feature that they have here is you can click on all these to, for example, create an infographic, slide deck, quiz, mind map, and one of the coolest ones is the video overview. So this will generate an explainer video presented to you by AI based on all the documents that you provided. So let's click that and see what happens. And just like that, it creates a 6-minute explainer video on the topics that you put. I'll let it play for a bit.
Explainer. Today, we are breaking down the hidden rules of YouTube growth. We're going to go way beyond the usual advice you hear about thumbnails and hooks and really dig into the powerful strategies that actually...
And as you can see, you can do a lot of research like this and actually make it fun. So this tool I really highly recommend for students or even entrepreneurs that are trying to learn a certain topic. This helped me so much. So the next tool I'm going to show you guys is actually the Canvas mode in Gemini. So I have this very boring business plan document that I made real quick. And as you can see, it's just a lot of black text, white background, super boring. So I'm just going to create a presentation out of the document and I'm going to add the document. And then all I'm going to do is click on tools here and we're going to go to Canvas mode. And we're just going to submit. And it just finished the slide presentation. As you can see, we have 14 slides and look, it looks amazing. We can go through and it looks way better, even puts pictures and basically makes your entire presentation look super clean. This is super useful in case you have very boring documents, even a lot of documents, and you need to create a quick presentation to show it to someone, or even if you have a client and you want to break down some sort of offer or something, this is a much better visual way to do it. As you can see, it looks very good and professional. You can also chat with it to make changes if you don't like something. So this tool is very useful. I highly recommend you guys to check it out if you create a lot of presentations. So another really cool thing that Gemini added is if you go to settings here, you can click instructions for Gemini. And if you actually do that, here you're able to add instructions so that Gemini will always use these instructions when it responds to you. This is very useful if you have certain preferences to set up for Gemini, or you want Gemini to talk to you a certain way. This is an easy way to set it up. Instead of always having to prompt it, you can just prompt it here once and it'll remember to always treat you in that way. You can do this for business or even personal personal stuff, like give it all your personal info, and then it's gonna answer all your questions based on your personal interests and information, so it has more context about you. So the next tool slash feature I wanted to show you guys was actually right here on YouTube. So if you go to YouTube right here on any video, you can go ahead and click on this ask button, and then you can actually chat with the video itself, and it has all the context of the video, and you can ask anything, like summarize the video. And just like that, it created a summary of the video, even with timestamps included. So you can ask anything here and it'll explain any question that you need answered. The next tool is called Pomelli. Now, I already made a video on this explaining it more in depth, but I wanted to include it for you guys that didn't see this yet. So Pomelli basically creates campaigns and content for you just based on a website URL. So if we go right here, we're just gonna put in Nike's URL and we're gonna let it analyze the website and create the business DNA. All right, so once it creates your business DNA, over here you can see the font, logo, colors, and everything, as well as some images. And if you like it, you can click looks good. All right, and just like that, it created some campaigns with ads for us. So let's take a look in here. And boom, just like that, you can see we have ads that we can take and start running. It's completely branded, has branded images, and branded font, text, color, everything. So that's Pomelli. Highly recommend you guys to check it out. So for the last and final free tool that I found very, very useful is going to be once again in Google AI Studio. All we're going to do is we're going to go to the playground here. We're going to click on audio, and here you see Gemini 2.5 Pro Preview TTS. And this is actually Gemini's free TTS model that you can use. So you can actually have two different speakers, and you can write different style instructions here. Also, you can write a full script here and you can have it read it out to you. So for example, here we can run this, which they pre-configured. And once it finishes running, you can actually click play here to listen to what it sounds like.
Hello, we're excited to show you our native speech capabilities,
where you can direct a voice, create realistic dialogue, and so much more. Edit these placeholders to get started.
There we go. And if you like how it turned out, you can just click here and download that for free. Now, if you want to change the amount of speakers, you can go to single speaker mode here, as well as change the voices. There's plenty of voices you can pick from, and change the name of the speaker. This is very useful for AI automation style videos where you can just create text-to-speech for free. You don't have to pay for 11 Labs. All right, so there's the 7 new tools slash features that Gemini secretly released that most people aren't talking about. I hope you guys found value in at least one of the tools. And if you did, make sure to leave a comment down below which tool was your favorite. Also, make sure to like the video, as I would greatly appreciate that. If you want to learn more about AI or even dropshipping, I have a school down below you can join for free and get a bunch of resources and learn much more about this amazing AI space. Also, if you're a business owner and you need help with setting up AI in any way, please don't hesitate to book a call down below and I can help you out with that. I hope you guys enjoyed. See y'all in the next one. Peace!